in the email, so that's at the board. I can't find any.
I don't feel like walking up there right
I
now.
don't blame him. This weekend was going to be the football game Friday, and it went on Saturday. But then my buddy says, "Hey, I got tickets to the 40-yard line from Florida to South Carolina." And I said, "Okay." So what it cost? He goes, "Nothing." He goes, "The tickets are there." He goes, "We're going to go to the Union for the fire department up there." He said, "They have a big tailgate, with drinks and everything." So we'll go there. And then he said, "I got a buddy of mine that owns a bar." He said, "We'll just go there for the night." He said, "It'll be loaded." I said, "Okay." I go to tell Taylor that we're going to go to see. He's going to ride. So I call my buddy and said, "Hey, find somebody else to go to the football game with us." I can't go. So I can't go.
She's not familiar with it, so she's just letting me know that it has to be done. But it was done. Right, it was done. What I'm saying is that she doesn't know. And that's usually the focus it has to. They have to call them and let them know that it's done.
I've already heard it. I heard it was your ammo. Alcohol, lots of it.
She said, we're supposed to have somebody working here every day. And then she said, I understand what she said. And then somebody's supposed to be here every day checking on. She was mad because nobody was here. Omar has walked out to do the boulevard. And I came down here and saw her.
This is really cool to have a staff.
If it's not late tonight, you just
Hey, my daughter's cool.
I know she's out.
Well, no, she's not out, she's home, I'm just saying. This is all over.
Well, she's not over. She didn't tell me.
Yeah, I'm going. I got some.
Okay, she didn't take care of that.
Now, everybody I know that it's not worth the money.
I need to find out if she's looking to buy that chick that I was selling.
Was exactly what I wanted.
Oh, I know.
It's like they have it at Walgreens.
It's like a fun.
I was at work and I said something to one of my coworkers. They were like, "What?" I'm like, "Go Publix." Seriously.
It's almost like when you get some underwear anymore.
Even though Omar likes that one, because there's more room to. Alright, you guys provide me for Justin.
What's going on?
The Board of Directors meeting October 14, 2014. Meeting was called to order at 7:08 regularly started for president. A quorum of the board was established. President was Don Hanson, Linda Sutter, Rebecca Nadi, Jeff Lieutenant, and Paula present. Also present was Vanessa Martinez from the The meeting was posted at the entrance board and meeting clubhouse 48 hours in advance of the meeting. Meeting minutes were read by Vanessa Martinez. Mrs. Nadi made a motion to approve the September 2nd, 2014 meeting minutes with some corrections. The motion was seconded by Mr. Hanson. All in favor, motion passed unanimously. Ms. Martinez reviewed the management report and delinquencies. The list of 77 accounts delinquent more than 90 days was submitted to the board. Mr. Hanson made a motion to approve the suspension of the attached list. The motion was seconded by Mr. Sutter. All in favor, motion passed. Mr. Senek would like the report to have a title with a date. Mrs. Sutter introduced David Mitchell, who was a volunteer to facilitate participation at the board meetings. Old business, revision of rules and regulations hearing committee. Mrs. Anadi and Mrs. Sutter provided the board with a packet of new information for the hearing committee and rules and regulations. The board will review and discuss at the next board meeting. Approve new outdoor pool furniture. After a brief discussion regarding the proposals obtained by Mrs. Preston advises she would like to see the quality of the furniture before a decision is made. The rest of the board agreed. Tennis and basketball court resurfacing. Mrs. President and Ms. Martinez reported a cross court was behind due to the rain and pushed the start date to December 8, 2014. Motion to approve the 2015 budget. After discussion and going through each line item of the budget, motion was made on Mrs. President to approve the quarterly assessments of 168 as in 2014. The motion was seconded by Mr. Hanson. All in favor, motion passed. The final draft will be completed by Mr. Yatenek and updated in management. Without further questions from the homeowners and additional comments from the board of directors meeting was adjourned at 8:13 p.m.
Any corrections or conditions?
Second motion?
Who would motion that?
Who
To
motion?
approve it.
I said I need a motion.
Oh,
Need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Are you reading?
Yeah, I know yours. He's a big round.
The latest financial that you received was as of September 30th. The October financial was received the 15th of this month. As of this September 30th, the estimated amount of accounts receivables was $233,662.93. 7 homes changed ownership in the month of September. At the attorney, we currently have 44 accounts. There are 31 accounts that are going through mortgage foreclosure that are currently delinquent under assessments. 23 properties have declared bankruptcy, and 8 have been discharged, which we are moving forward with collections. We were able to collect $22,002.53 in delinquent assessments in the month of September. The association currently holds title to only 1 property in the community. The inspections are being conducted monthly, and the only things that I was working on, and we do have a project tracking sheet that I have emailed to the board, but I'll just touch on a few of them, which is the accent umbrellas and everything has been installed and everything has been paid. We've already sent out the invoice to the company. There's 2 proposals for the bathroom counters, soap dispensers, and faucets, and we're going to discuss that today. I know we had only one from the plumbing company that only submitted a few things, and nothing's doing with our counters. The sidewalk in front of the clubhouse has been submitted a proposal. We have received the proposal for $945 to repair that. The patio furnitures were installed. The pool deck, we do have 3 proposals to paint the pool deck. And we do also have a proposal to repair the asphalt and curbing by the clubhouse, which has been submitted to the board. And we have 3 proposals to repair the accident wall, which we're going to be discussing today. That's it. I don't have any other financials on that's in the system. I don't know.
Yeah,
If you want to
sometimes he does. Sometimes he has something. I haven't.
We circle back around. Do we have that with the one house that we've got on this list? I'm looking for.
As of September, you did.
So the other two.
Okay, it's not in this one.
I'm sorry?
The house that we have is not in this sheet.
It should be on the list, yeah. Well, the problem is, this November 12th, this report is from today. You have to realize the financials from September 30th.
Find out which one it is. Okay.
So, this is a list of the,
Yes. There's a list of 69 accounts.
need a motion to suspend the rights for collections for these. These are 69 accounts. I'll make a motion. Second?
All in favor?
Does this number stay about the same?
No, well,
This one is
gone down.
Oh, it has gone down.
Yeah, it used to be a lot more.
There's no reason for that.
Oh, just one, so they were here, just.
That was 77.
Okay, all in favor of that? Yeah, because I think we used to be up close to 9.
I was thinking close to 9, yeah.
I think 100 now.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I had
This-
this,
this- They used to know, but
Oh, almost half a million, wow, all right.
Yeah, it's going down good.
The first item that we have on our agenda today is the outdoor furniture for pool and patio. So before the board makes a decision, if you guys have any questions on that? I have Courtney Dawson.
Yeah, mine's a more general question. It doesn't necessarily apply to these. Can I just go ahead and ask? Well, it's just be quick.
Well, I mean, what we're doing right now is just talking about what's on the agenda.
Okay, when can I ask just a general question?
We can do that after we've gone through the entire agenda.
Okay.
Ben Dawson.
Not at this time, thank you.
Okay. Mandy Murphy.
Oh, I have to for me.
Okay.
Zero something.
Dan.
Trying to figure out what's the total cost, number one, and I'll just wait till you discuss it and I'll ask some questions after that.
Okay. Abraham Bell.
same.
You just want to discuss?
Yeah.
I passed out everyone,
Oh, this is the one. And all of you had a chance to look at this yet? Have you looked at the furniture? We had them bring it so everybody can see what we're actually looking at. Anyone have any questions on it? What? There's two prices on this from Accent.
right, one is, if you look, one's for the 16-inch high, and the other is for the 14-inch. You had requested.
Oh, yeah, 16, here's 16. And 14.
Looking at this.
These are like, you know, double
Yeah,
checks.
right, that kind of, this thing is just the warranty. But yeah, this is the, this one is the 16-inch, and this was the 14-inch. And there's not a whole lot of difference in the prices too.
The straps seem different than, than what we have there. They don't seem quite as thick to me.
Well, we can also get, we don't have to do this right now either, we can also get more proposals.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know we got that furniture from? Before you decide, but.
It's always been there though, and I think they have it once, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Have you guys sat on those?
Mhm.
Okay. It just seems like the straps to me are not
Yeah,
like as thick.
and that's fine, I don't know these people, I mean, they're not,
Yeah.
I'm fine waiting, it's winter anyway.
These are from Accent.
No, the turquoise and yellow one is from Accent, and the, brown and burgundy is from Accent.
Okay. And this is their two proposals.
That's their two, right, well, see, here's the 16-inch, and the 14-inch. They just brought the 14-inch.
Can I make an observation?
Pardon?
Can I make an observation?
Yeah.
The cross patterns probably don't feel that better than these here.
Yeah.
These just don't seem like they're as thick as what we have
I know.
out there.
And that's why
I'm
when-
concerned about that much money to be put into something like this with the stripes.
This
and
is
all
why
this.
I wanted them to bring the furniture in.
Instead of ordering sight unseen.
Oh, I wouldn't, that's why we had to bring the umbrellas too, so we could see them. But yeah, the cross strapping really isn't a whole lot more. That can be done on any of it. But, yeah, you're right, it's not as thick, and like I said, we can get other proposals, it's not, I wanted Accents to at least quote us because they did the umbrellas, and they're really nice umbrellas, and the price was fine. But, they're quite a bit higher, and I don't see the quality difference.
Yeah, I don't see the substantial increase. In
That's why I
the
wanted to
price.
see it, so. So we can continue looking, it's not a.
There's not too much difference between what we have now and these.
No, no, there actually is.
Like I said, I'm telling you, I think the stripes are thinner, a little thinner. And it could be better quality, I don't know, but it just seems like the ones we
We
have.
can keep looking, I'm not in any
Stripes
big
are thinner,
hurry.
and if you look, sorry, if you look on the other side of this, see how loose that is?
Right.
Over here?
Mhm, yeah.
And this actually is from a more expensive company.
Ah.
And that's why that's why we didn't do anything yet. And they both brought them, and I was less than thrilled with them. So we'll just wait.
I'm okay with getting, looking around, if we can get some other companies maybe to, bring and let us look at them.
Yeah, Vanessa, and, you know, we have any other more companies that you work with, or?
To be honest, these are the companies that I work with. I could Google other companies, but I don't work with anybody else.
This one from Sunbury too.
No, the one's from, the one's from Sunbright, and the other is from Access.
Yeah, there's some of those too.
So see, the Sun,
These are expensive, if we could get them in the cross
oh,
strap.
we can get them in cross strap.
You know, they're least expensive than the other two bits.
Oh, yeah, oh, I know. That's what I
Well,
was
don't they
saying.
have a longer warranty on them?
They do.
Thing too? Yeah. Well, I just can't say that I'm real impressed with it unless I see.
I'm not either, and, you know, we can definitely wait on the furniture, the pool, yeah. Right here, it's behind you. No, they did not.
No, Jeff, is
I'm not even paying attention. So we don't like any of that?
Oh, well, it doesn't feel like
Sit on
that
that
the strapping is quite as,
I don't think the strapping is as thick as what we even have out there.
Can we have a volunteer bring in a chair from outside in here so we can sit down?
Yeah.
That one is right.
Thank you.
that looks like a.
This guy's just like cross-strapping over here.
Now they can all come in
Ooh,
cross
this is
strapping.
firm.
That is, see, that would be uncomfortable.
Like Goldilocks trying to figure out what's in the bed here.
Well, that chair, it would stay at the pool very long.
And here's the difference,
like
I
that
can
one.
see it as tiny on that one, to see
I
how much
know.
that bowed,
Yeah, yeah.
and you're a tiny guy.
With any of
Yes.
those like that, you could sit.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest dude, but that one
Yes,
feels
fine.
the most supportive, really.
Yes, ma'am, Ben Dawson. Just like a quick general question. I've been to a lot of these. What's the pool usage in the November to springtime?
Say again?
The usage of the outdoor area?
You mean the number of people out
That's why
there?
we have the option of waiting right now because there's not a lot of.
That's
people
why I'm not
out
in a
there.
hurry.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it just seems like there's, something that's
No, that's why we're starting the process now, because as you see, we're not through with these, so we've got plenty of, plenty of time.
Yeah, that blue one is pretty nice too. That was pretty fun. You know? Out of all of them, I kind of like that blue one there, but I don't know if anyone else is. What's the
No,
consensus?
I just think these
Well,
are-
that blue one, no, it doesn't, okay, the blue one,
The one, the strapping we have on that chair there, it's thicker.
Is
It's
it
a little bit thicker, yeah.
and that's from the less expensive company.
That frame looks like the same one as the sun.
Yeah, probably. Now, see, the tan and burgundy one, it has, a little bit longer, now different style.
Right, it's a different style. Denise, the umbrella lady, wanted us to see the flag.
Which that, I just said now. But I'm just not that impressed with this.
So like I said, it's just November and people don't really use the pool.
No.
I mean, we do have people out here sunning themselves, believe it or not.
Yeah.
It's nice in the sun, but,
How soon can they deliver it?
it's 4 to 6 weeks. It's not,
So we still have time to get in order to get it, when the pool starts getting relaxed.
How many chairs do we have that are down right
Down?
now? Yeah, in other words, broken maybe.
Well, I don't know if there's one or two that's got broken straps on it, and I know some of the chases there, the straps are looking really bad, where the color is off of them, and
they're dark brown, they're hard to
you can't clean them.
The problem is, and I'm gonna make sure, as long as I'm on the board, that this furniture is cleaned as it's supposed to be. If this stuff had been cleaned and taken care of, it wouldn't be looking as bad. And Denise told us what to do and how to do it and how often. So we don't have to
old too,
worry.
I mean, it really is old.
Yeah, but she said it should last if you take care of it, so we'll have different rules.
So do we wanna just, does everybody, wanna table this until we get
I
some
say-
more
I say
estimates
table.
and look around it some more? I mean, I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it. I don't have any reason to move on to it.
I'm fine
What
with
do you
holding off
think?
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that blue one in the middle, like the medium blue, to me that was fine, but not everyone else feels comfortable with it,
Well,
That medium
We're not gonna
one
be
is from
covered.
outside, that's not new, right?
no, that's ours.
Yeah, that's what from outside.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's not the new one.
No need to replace it.
And there is some that is this color. We could brought those in. He brought a good one in.
He brought a good one in.
Yeah.
Well, there's
And see, they're
ones
not
that
all
are
bad.
bad. Yeah.
They're not all bad, but
Can we
there are
get,
some.
can we get replacement for that particular style, or
We don't
it's
even
not
know,
available? or
we
what?
don't even know who,
We don't even know where they came from.
the domestic, huh?
Yeah.
But we don't even know where it's in quality.
You
Just
just
you
reach
can't
out,
take a
but
picture of
if
it
you
and say,
reach
hey,
out
do you
to
have
all,
something
they can
similar like
just-
this?
Oh, but is that more expensive or less
I can
expensive?
check.
Yeah.
We can check on the ones that look really bad out there and the ones that's broken. We could kind of get a price on how much it would cost to do that instead of spending this much or something. But I'm not,
I don't
don't
really
care
spend this
for it.
kind of money, because
Yeah.
I'm not one that really thought we needed.
Yeah.
Who's got the white one? Who's that from?
That's Sunbright.
That's
That
somewhere?
is, yeah.
She said.
That frame looks identical.
Huh.
It really does.
You know, it does kind of, doesn't it?
I was
It is.
told by,
You think so?
Guaranteed.
Pretty much.
I was told that they can take the furniture that is in disrepair
Mm-hmm.
and rebuild it and powder coat it and everything and restrap them, if that's the route we want to go. But
Can we get, like a price on how much that would cost to
Lynn
restrap?
would be, she would absolutely love our business, just like Denise would, and she would definitely give us a vote on that, I'm sure. I mean, you said you would talk to her about that.
she did give me numbers on that, of the things we showing you initially.
Oh,
Like her chair and stuff.
Because if we're gonna spend, money just to restrap rather than to spend that much to replace, it's,
Yeah, when I saw the prices, I wasn't thrilled, because, maybe I don't like
not, with the strapping, I'm not crazy.
They want to just table it.
Okay. Until we get the new quotes.
Yeah, and I'll talk to Lynn, I'll definitely talk to her, and I might even have her come out again, because they're not that far away, and see, and look at the ones that need it. Okay.
So we don't know how many need to be restrapped at this point.
There's, I don't know,
Just
there's
two.
probably,
Almost
there's
same as
several.
two.
There's
No,
probably-
There's several.
Oh, no, there-
It's 2 chairs and 6,
Six, at
Six
least
on the-
six
six on the deck.
chases
Oh.
that are.
Now, our tables need replacing,
Yeah.
those tables.
I think that table's from Sunbright too. I'm not mistaken.
That table is from Sunbright.
That looks like her.
The only things that, Accents brought me was the brown and burgundy and the turquoise and yellow chase. She didn't have a table. She said theirs looks just like that though. Okay.
So it looks good.
So I'll talk to them about coming out.
All right. Next.
As we go through the rest of this stuff, I don't know if anyone saw the email I sent out today.
I did, but I wasn't able to.
So I have a copy of all the projects that are out there. I basically took what Vanessa had put together and I just kind of reformatted it a little bit. And, it looks like we're going to be talking about item number 3 right now as number 2 overall business, clubhouse bathrooms. So what I did was I actually, found all the proposals that existed or were on Vanessa's list. And, with comments, and sometimes I haven't seen the proposal, in some instances, I have, but I'm sure we're gonna get to the rest of the stuff. But right now, I get to talk about item number 3, and got 3 proposals, but it's not apples to apples.
It's not,
We're all over the
but
place.
that's what she sent, all we got was a plumber who can do anything but plumbing.
Okay.
And the other is a contractor, so it's exclusive.
Mhm.
Well, and
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are in the package.
Yeah.
So all those proposals are in here?
Yes.
This is the first time I'm gonna
It
see
should be
it.
the first tab.
When I had emails of these, right, that were not sent to the board. Yeah, I thought we all had these, but
They went out a few times.
Yeah.
I sent them out.
You're saying that the bathroom proposals have gone out previously, since the last meeting?
It's,
yes.
it's before the meeting, and,
Yeah.
because we've had this proposed for a while.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention, so.
this has been since, this is August 14th.
We probably had it too.
And they met with the staff out here when they came out, and
And me, and Linda and I were down here also with them.
Okay, so I'm seeing exclusive.
while the board looks it over, do you guys, Courtney, I'm not sure if you just want to wait till the end, or do you have any questions regarding the clubhouse?
No, not specifically about that now.
Ben?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Okay. Mandy?
I want to hear the discussion first.
Dan?
I'll wait till it's done.
Aaron?
On this, if you go in the men's bathroom, the handicap bathroom, and you go inside, it's really hard to get out. And I'm really worried about a child getting in there and getting stuck. Omar, isn't that, it's dangerous, I think.
I think both.
We need to get that room, no matter what we decide, that men's handicap bathroom has got to be fixed.
Well,
Because I don't want a child going in there.
I think the contractor for exclusive said that we would have to probably do the whole thing, the door.
Well, yeah, right, that's fine, but what I'm saying is that has to be done.
I think both contractors did on that.
Yeah, okay, right, because that has to be done.
So we can just ask them for something. If you don't make a decision today on everything else, we'll
Right,
pass
because
it.
I don't want a child or somebody, except, a man has to call somebody to come get them out of the bathroom, you or Carter or Judy, or something, he could not get out of that bathroom, and that bothers me.
No, I agree. I think that is.
And in the ladies' bathroom, there is an open light behind the changing table. Remember how that changing table barely stops that light? I mean, that door and when that door, if somebody happens to ram it open, that fluorescent bulb is going to shatter. That has got to be fixed.
Yeah, there's no cover over it.
There's no cover, and the only thing keeping it from shattering that light is the changing table, and it's just barely stops that door, and that scares me. Because I would hate for that door to slam open and somebody hit that fluorescent light. It's been like that obviously for quite a while. And I'd like for that to be fixed. The others just cosmetic.
Well, the sinks and the faucets, we got leaking in the men's bathroom, at different times, it will, I know that.
I just worry about the dangerous stuff.
Yeah, and then the, faucets, they're all headed, they can't hardly clean them anymore because they're so old. I mean, they are really bad. So, and the soap dispensers, I don't know that we need the electronic ones, but that's what they've got in here, looks like they're exclusive. But, they're leaking down the wall. I mean, they're running down the walls. So we're gonna have to get these soap dispensers too. But I don't, the sensing soap dispensers, I don't think we can see it.
You know, I'm not going to feel comfortable making a decision on any of this stuff tonight, to be honest with you. We're all over the board here, okay? Now, these proposals have come up previously, and they were sent to me, I apologize, I never took a good look at them altogether. But you know what, I think what we need to do before we make a decision is decide exactly what we want, and then have them re-proposed. or if we see like, you know, a proposal that we want the other two to propose on, and line it all up.
I would like a
Apples
level spoken contractor who can do it all. A plumbing contract, a plumbing pro doesn't do me any good, because it can't fix anything but the plumbing.
Yeah, but when you guys asked me, just like Jeff was saying, when you asked me to do a proposal, it would be better to tell me exactly what you're looking for.
Right.
Because that way I can give it to the vendor, because what I'm having these vendors do right now is they're coming out here and it's not close to them. So I'm having them come out here and with you guys, and I literally have both vendors like, look, I guess I think it can work or not, because I'm going out there, spending my time, my gas, and
Well, we've got all the information that we're making out. So, tropical is what
I guess what I'm proposing is that, you know, if we put our heads together, or there's 2 or 3 of us, or whatever, decide what we really want, and then say, listen, okay, you know, I guess Tropical didn't propose on everything, that's why they're the lowest.
yeah,
They would only do the plumbing.
Oh,
Just like
okay,
seeing
so if they're only gonna do the plumbing, then we just gotta carve them out.
That's what I do.
You know, but then maybe no limits and exclusive, they can do everything, but we're not apples to apples right now.
Right.
When there's a huge disparity, when you're talking about, you know, $5,200 difference, you know, there's a lot of stuff that really it's not really. So, and so what do we really need? Do we need to go all the way with all the stuff exclusive has? I don't know. You know, right now, we're just saying, oh, we don't need this, we don't need that, you know, so.
Well, not say, we don't
Yeah,
need
sure.
electronic.
Yeah.
Well,
Most of
I
the
think-
things.
I think too, we need to know what the difference is between the one that drips down the wall. I mean, if it's not a very big difference, because you figure if it has something that you push in and push in all the time, eventually it's gonna break and it's gonna drip down the wall too. So
Well,
if the
we have-
sensor is, yeah, that's what I mean. If the sensor one costs a little bit more and isn't gonna break the bank, over time, that one's probably gonna last longer than the one you somehow, whatever button you push, eventually that's gonna give way, and you're gonna have to maybe replace that one before the sensor one with you know, it's gonna have to be replaced.
Yeah, and just like if you research or let me know exactly what sort of stuff
Well,
you
a lot
want.
of these have,
Yeah,
a lot of these are
some
some of the
stuff.
same.
Yeah.
You know, and then so far as the tops go, like, you know, do we want to have granite? Do we want mica? Do we want to, you know, cultured marble? I mean, what do we want? You know, if we're going to go all the way with granite, you know, it's like, I think that's over.
Like it is.
Don't really need
No,
it.
we really just, I wouldn't know.
Goodness, just above all of this.
I think for my,
If we were to give you a list of specific things that we wanted, like from like the over granite or whatever, and we broke it down in from plumbing it to contractor, and gave that list to you, would you be able to get us somebody and get
It's easier that way than just getting an email saying, bring them out, because we have these things that are pending, because then one vendor takes one thing from, you know, from Paulette and the board, and then they take something else from me, because I was like, they need some new soap dispensers, things, but they're gonna quote whatever they think is more adequate. If you tell me, I want, you know, dispenser, such dispenser, I want this sink, I want this, then it's easier for them too.
Linda,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to have Paulette and myself sit down one day and just go through the bathrooms and say, this is what we think is
well, now Linda and I went through with this man exclusive, so I think everything on here, I was not here with Linda. No, I was with her. So this is what Linda and I went through and thought we needed. So you and I can go through here, and if there's something on here you don't want, we can mark it off.
And as far as the emergency things, we don't have to wait for that. I mean, if you really, you can say, hey, you know what, this needs to be done, and if it's under my approval, then I'll just have to let it work. We don't have to wait to do everything together.
No, I know, that's why I was saying I would like men's and.
Right, I have that.
That's not a safety issue.
Yeah,
The door.
right, the door, and exclusive, we talked about that.
Okay, so I mean,
So give him, if you can give him a call.
and they put a price there by itself.
And they did, here's a, we have a price on that. It's-
Yeah, we door jam, door.
Door jam door's been damaged, plumbing and handicap restroom will need to be replaced with someone go over.
Right.
Also replaced and set well. Okay.
So I can just have them send me a proposal just for that by
Yeah,
itself.
for the handicap bathroom, the door jam
Right.
and the door. I want it so people can get out of that room.
Mhm.
Because I'm claustrophobic and I was caught in there, I literally.
No, I agree. I mean, it should be done. I just, didn't know how much the urgency was from that.
And I like also the light in the women's bathroom. I'm not.
I have those two.
Okay, that is
Yeah, those two
good.
things that have to be done.
That's the things I really worry about.
Yeah, and you can just,
I think one other thing we need to do too is to go through here from, exclusive and no limit and see how the numbers work. Because,
Well, you can't do that till you get their proposals, and so we got them now, so now you
well,
can.
yeah, but I think one thing we need to do too is
Yeah.
to go through here and see, because they're not set up easily enough here, but you can just,
No, we're not trying to have to pick through and find what matches. Looks like no limits is pretty straight, and then straight across with like an invoice and follow and see how much it costs, rather than just
Can I address the board?
total.
Just in general, just a general question. Is there a process you go through to come up with what your requirement is, any given requirement or set of requirements? So it can be easily understood by anyone copying a proposal off for you, like soap dispenser, 2 each, 5 by 5 by 5, holds 1 quart of soap, and operated electronic. So that way your proposals are all uniform when they come back in, and you can compare them apples to apples. It just seems like it would save, I mean, everybody's got,
Just
more
define the
stuff
scope
to
of
do.
work.
Yeah, it's just a
Well, when we
simple
had the
spec.
contractor come out, we met him and went in there and told him, we want something similar to this, or, you can give us a quote on grant that, not necessarily, we want to see what the comparison price was between that and the Formica.
No, I understand.
Yeah, and so we got the quotes between the different things, so that everybody would be informed and know what the prices were. But yeah, pretty much, we did that because we told him what we wanted, we just wanted the one kind of, the same faucet. We didn't make big changes, we just need replacement.
I mean, this is just strictly a process question. It just,
Yeah.
it streamlines things if you come up with one spec that is equal, same to everybody. Once you decide on what you want,
Well,
then when they come out.
when they give their proposals too, it's like, this one is set up like this, and this one is set up differently. It's in a group, so in order to go through and try to compare them, then you're gonna have to go through and pick out what the prices are for each item that they.
One
And
other,
I think what he's saying is a scope of work that you guys define and you send out so that you can give it to Vanessa and Vanessa sends out those five.
you could
and
also
they bring
dictate
it
the
back to you
format.
apples to apples.
you could dictate the format and how you want it proposed to you. I mean, they want your business just like everyone else.
We kinda tried that, one of them, it was still, we still didn't get it. Yeah, they've got their own way of
And
doing
you
this.
just qualify that.
Yeah,
If
if
they
they
don't
can't,
follow the format.
Yeah.
it's not what
they find new work.
Pretty much know that I can get a really good job.
Every time I've done this, I've dug this information out, put it on a spreadsheet, like
Yeah.
you were suggesting, that's
Yeah.
about the best you can do, then you can get apples to apples.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it.
I think one thing that has set us back, especially with the things here at the clubhouse, is that we don't have information as far as exactly what type of faucets were in there, or exactly who was the manufacturer for
Because they're
certain
so
things.
old.
Because they're so old. And so I think that was one of the things, I mean, we can go that route, and that sounds like a really good idea.
I think
But
go
I
on
think-
Home Depot to get, numbers of.
I mean, I
You'd be better off to go buy it yourself and here install our item. Because they're gonna take whatever you buy, they're gonna go get it from Home Depot and mark it up 25-50%. So all you're doing is paying for them to.
Well, we did that with the fans, but we can handle fans. We did that with the fan.
Some of the things probably with the bathrooms we could handle. The plumbing is a different story. That would have to get quotes on, but, I think too, just the fact that we weren't sure what was in there before. Of course, you can go and look at the shelf and say, well, it looks like this, and it's about this much. And that's fine for things that we have people that are able to volunteer their time and know how to replace. But some of the things, unless we have somebody in the community who's a licensed plumber that has the time that would volunteer to do, we're kind of stuck.
And the thing with that too, if you go buy and you don't buy all the materials that you need and you have
I
to
wouldn't know what to buy.
install,
May I-
then you don't have.
May I
to-
make another recommendation while you're
Yeah.
discussing this? And to your point, one thing that might help you is the site visit, where you invite contractors out so they can see that they're competing against other contractors. and you can identify the problem and then let them argue amongst themselves.
Okay, so, what we're gonna do with this one, since this has been up in the air for quite a while here.
Hey, if I get the bathroom door fixed that light, I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, those faucets, now, the staff has been back.
The main point is, that you guys went through it extensively, you wrote down, this is basically your statement
Yeah,
of
they
work.
never.
Yeah, we met.
And this is your statement
Yeah,
of work,
we met.
and you need to get it in some type of format that you can give it to another vendor, and then say, you know, add it. The only difference is, it could be a different sink, it could be a different faucet.
Exactly.
And that's the problem, that, yeah, they're just putting two sinks,
Yeah.
but what type of sink, you know?
Yeah.
All they say is 2 porcelain sinks in the countertop.
You don't know what they look like, what style they are,
That's right.
what grade they are, you know.
Well, I think they were basing it on similar to what we already have, because of we weren't changing the dimensions of anything, it's just replacement of what you just replaced with here.
It's what we told him, now,
Yeah.
I wasn't here with no limit. I'm not sure when they
So that's all.
Are you serious enough about my limit that you want me to go through there and try to compare some of what prices are?
Yeah, because, well, to be honest, it looks like they're a lot cheaper, you know, and if they're about the same thing, comparing what all they're quoting here for their prices, I mean, why would we?
Yeah, there's no limit to a little bit of everything.
Yes, the only thing is, I think the difference to keep in mind is that they're not doing the counters. Only exclusive is doing the counters.
Right.
Just let's keep that in mind, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right, so he can do
He's
it.
the general, yeah,
He is the general manager here.
When he hires us.
yeah, no one is gonna make it. So we're gonna hold on this for now?
Exclusive cut general contract,
Yeah.
and no limit does not.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
and then this guy only does plumbing.
Right.
That's the contract.
But see, they've done,
Like when they go exterminate.
done a lot of work here in the past, so. But
They're the ones that
that's
use
the difference.
They're the ones that use mine.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed on the exclusive proposal, the quote, they got $795 added into their total that doesn't even appear anywhere else on this.
Judy and I, broke up the show today, we're thinking, where did that come from?
Yeah, I'm adding up option B, the
Right.
2210, plus the men's fixtures total, plus the women's fixtures total, I come up with 8090, but they have a total of 8885.
Judy and I were looking
Where
at
did
that
that come from?
yesterday, and,
That's
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, well, we couldn't, and I was gonna ask, ask them where that, we don't know where it came from.
And when it comes down to it, the grant, between the grant, now we say Michael, what's Michael? Is that
Four.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, for an extra $764, that's not the album.
That's what it's
It's like a
saying.
new grant, you know.
I was surprised it was so inexpensive, and it's a countertop, and then a bit of an apron. I don't like, this is cosmetic, I know, we don't have to, I don't like when you walk in to see all the plumbing. So they put a little bit of an apron there, just so you don't, it's not like thing on this.
Yeah, yeah.
But we didn't have to do that.
Yeah, well, nice, but this is like, is that, with the apron too?
You'd be surprised how many people come down here that get ready to buy a house and or rent, and look, the realtors call a lot and ask to see what it's
All
at.
right, it's not that much difference. For the.
For $800.
Yeah.
Well, we go $800 less.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, so you two are gonna get together and do this and compare, do the comparison with
Yeah.
exclusive and us, aside from the door, because we're gonna go ahead and have them do that. And the
Yeah,
one-
because with them being a general contract, he can
He can do that, yeah.
And a lot. So it's
Yeah.
just-
Can I ask you a question? About that door? I didn't go and see it, but how did they get stuck in there? What's exactly the problem with that door?
Omar? What's the problem with the bathroom door?
Judy, better want to ask.
It doesn't, when it closes, they go right into it. They have to slide a card into it or something to be able to open that door. Because if it's shut and somebody's inside there, they've got like a child, they can have a hard time getting out. The
We're
door
talking
is
about
also
the main bathroom
split.
door or the
It's
handicap?
a handicap, it's a handicap.
Should be about a quarter-inch gap between the door and the frame.
Go in there and go, want them to get
I'm
in
just
there.
curious.
And notice the door is split.
Put the hex on it so you can lock it in.
Yeah, colors.
Yeah, I'll-
We'll let you out tomorrow. All right, so we're gonna do that then. So we need to.
Would it be in compliance?
Just give me a price, maybe not to exceed something.
What,
I know that it'd be $990 for the door jam.
yeah,
How much, 190?
$990.
yeah, the little door, it's a whole, he has to get the whole front of the door, he said you can't repair it.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot.
Well,
Yeah,
we can try another, do you have any, can we get another guy out there and look at it?
It's probably gonna be around the same amount of money, I think it could be a general contractor, myself, that's what I think. Anyone else?
Wait,
Well, yeah, it's gotta get fixed.
Yeah, I think it's gotta.
It's been like that too long. I should have had.
Yeah, I've heard of replace a lot before, so that's gotta get fixed. And if he's a general contractor, he can do this, then, you know, he's insured, we've got all this.
Okay, and then is this the door lock, does that go along with that door then, right here, the commercial grade privacy door lock, just matching?
Where are you?
Under the material and the vents or fixtures? After they $610 will go over $990, then there's a commercial grade privacy door lock to match existing. So if they're gonna put in the same type.
Yes, I would say.
I would say that goes with the, because they're gonna have to replace it, all of that. So this is 9.
Oh, so 6 panel cord, Jesus, oh wow.
Mm-hmm. It's solid though, those doors, and you've seen, and you notice them, they're not hollow.
Yeah, solid.
They're gonna be more.
Is it a steel frame?
All you need is a new handle there.
What?
All you need is a new handle in there.
The door's split though, did you see that?
I saw that somebody kicked it, and that's why you got a seam in the frame,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna get locked because of that.
Well,
You gotta.
The door frame's not even
Door
square.
frame is not.
when we
square.
met with him, he said to get your, to get it in there replaced, he said when you got a split door, you have to replace the door. That's what
Yeah,
it
because the
is.
whole frame itself, on one side where the lock is, there's a split because
Most of the
somebody
doors
really
come with a
kicked
frame
it.
though, I think, don't
They
they?
have to.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have more than just replacing the door. You have more construction over there where you really need it. You can go take a look at it. It's simple. It's a new lock. That's all you need. A new handle with a lock, and that's it.
Okay,
It's not a security door, it's just a bathroom door,
Yeah.
and that crack is not gonna cause that door to
Well, I don't
fail.
care, I don't use them in that room. I ain't gonna get locked
we're
in
just gonna
there.
worry about locking it there. Okay.
I can, okay.
I don't understand how they got locked in there because when you push down on that handle, or from inside, it unlocks.
I forget,
So-
when does Judy work? Let me think. When he's not here. I'll have Judy give you a call. Does she have your phone number? I have no idea. I'm just telling you what Judy told me.
They had to go in there and take their badges and put it between there because they couldn't get in it when the door is shut all the
I
way.
understand.
Because I've seen them do it. I have seen them do it when I've been down here, so.
I don't care.
It
The door,
unlocks.
once again,
The-
there's,
no,
when
this
the door is
doesn't-
closed, you got about a half inch, yeah, you can literally see through when that door is closed. You can see the latch on the handle, and you can see where she's talking about sliding the car. You can slide your finger in there also, you don't even have to slide the car, that's how much room you have. I wouldn't recommend
I'm
it,
telling you, it's-
but all you need is a new handle over there, honestly.
Somebody's locked in, or take the key and open it in.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't really. Well, let's just get the handle. That's fine.
Okay, if we just get the handle and it doesn't work in that door, then what are you gonna do?
And
You're gonna have to get the door, right?
Just return the handle.
Because you're gonna have to probably get it handle anyway, because the handle's bad, so now.
Well, the handle is, it is fast, it doesn't do that. So all you want is to replace.
I'll just
the
take
door
that handle
right
out
now.
when come to go get one.
How much is the handle?
And you guys can put it in.
Okay. You
Decent.
want to install a handle?
What,
Yeah.
what was the quote to replace the door and everything?
990.
$990
Yeah.
for maybe a $50 handle.
That'd be like-
And probably, yeah, it's commercial grade.
I'm gonna get a handle.
Less than one thing.
Now I'll put you in there.
And I will get myself out, I promise.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna try that first. We're gonna try to get a new handle, okay?
I don't want to spend $970 if I can spend
No.
$100.
Does anybody have any more questions regarding the clubhouse bathroom? Mandy?
My only question, I mean, the only question that I have is, I would like to make sure that you guys are getting a scope of work together or letter of intent of some sort, so that you are comparing apples to apples and have them follow that protocol instead of this randomness, because you guys, if that work was done in the forefront, it would save you so much time in the back end to be able to let Vanessa send it out and say, this is what we want, this is what we need, follow this protocol, and bid it this way so that we're comparing apples to apples, and then you guys aren't wasting time.
But basically, that's what we did go through. I was not here with no.
I know that you went through with one person, but if you have a scope of work that you give out to your vendors that Vanessa can do, then everybody has to send you back an apples to apples.
Right, because I didn't know no limit had come out here. I didn't know they were coming.
We didn't know what the problem.
And that would also be easier for Jeff
Now,
to
look at-
review
look at that
financially what was.
Look at what? No, I'm not, about halfway down. And you're saying, okay, to install what? To remove existing damaged and install door and door jams, then dispose of. $375. Okay. To install one 6-panel solid or 8-foot long, 3-foot wide door and door jam to the handicap stall. Okay, and then all that is there. Price of door lock, and bathrooms,
Well, we can do lock is $95.
yeah. So that's quite a bit of difference in the pricing.
So they are actually apples to apples kind of.
Yes, they
You
are.
have the same stuff on both.
It's just you have to hunt on this one. You do
Whereas
it right here, it's right,
And
right
no one
across.
is just right.
So no limit could, I mean, it's gonna be probably half as much money.
Well, we can also just try the lock first. I mean, the door.
Yeah, but we're busy reconstructing this, we can at least make sure that nobody's locked in there.
Yeah.
You just get the door thing for 95 cents at wherever and go with it.
I don't know. Hey, one quick question about the soap dispensers.
Okay. What?
Have you ever thought about just like getting the dollar store little soap things that are, yeah, instead of getting the soap dispenser?
So we have to have
That
those
gets
taken
rusted
down.
inside of it and, you know, I don't know if you've ever like put your hand up on it, but like you get literally rust in your hand if that soap isn't changed out frequently enough. So would it be too hard to get the little, I mean, it looks elegant too, it just looks more custom.
You know, last month I've been to Ritz-Carlton and Rose and Shingle Creek, and you know what they have in their bathrooms?
The hand.
The hand soaps.
I know. Yeah.
$1 piece.
Every country club I go to,
Do
is
that when it looks gucky, you throw it out and buy new one.
They want to see what-
Judy said, the door frame is busted. You have a gap that you can see, and the door needs shimmed up in, what is that word? IRDWR. For the door handle to close, huh?
When they put the hinges on the door, they've got it too far to the back side. Instead of pushing it out to split the difference, they've got it too far to the closing side. Needs somebody that knows what they're doing to come in and just move the hinges on the door out a little bit, and it'll take up that gap. That's all it is, as compared to $900.
So you don't bother to do that for us.
I started to say, Danny, you do it.
Yeah, I will. I'll get Ron Kalish to come over and we'll fix it. It's not a problem.
And then I would buy the stuff and we put it in the military district.
Well, what we're saying is, you know, you gotta compare apples to apples, that's all.
Well, no limits, less expensive.
Yeah.
But that's the way our.
So why can't we get them to come out and do that, fix the gap and heal it?
Does that entail not replacing the door? I mean, I don't care. I just want people to get out of there, that's all.
Why would you do less expensive?
See, someone kicked that door in because,
They couldn't get out.
yeah, they couldn't get out because the lock itself was broken. That lock has a push button. When you push down on the handle, it's supposed to pop out and unlock the door for you. It's stuck.
They can't kick the door in because the door swings in. So they can't. You cannot kick it out.
No,
because
somebody
of
from
the-
outside kicked in order to let whoever was in there
Well,
out.
if they just stuck their finger in there, they're gonna let them out their finger.
All right, why don't we just get the woman to do this, to this, we come out and fix the door without replacing the door.
Okay.
And put it in handle and everything in, shim it out, whatever, and we'll see if that works. Before we replace the door. Then if we have to replace the door, then we'll do that. If they say we can't do it, it's a decision.
You need a new handle anyway.
Right. Okay. And let me just get a motion. Let me just get a motion.
I make a motion to have no one that come out and replace the door handle and shim the
Yeah.
door fix the
What am I
door.
gonna
And see if that works right before we
Diplomacy.
replace it.
Shim up the door, modify the hinge placement so that we eliminate the gap.
Okay. Who's second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Okay.
No.
But finally,
Like in the women's bathroom.
get them to do that too.
Yeah, get them to do that.
Was that
Those are two things.
on
It's
the
just a
phone
cover,
number?
it's not, they
Was it
just need a
capitalized
cover,
on
it doesn't
the
cover the light, it's just because
I
the fluorescent is exposed.
Okay.
Because it's been working.
And I'm sure there's an estimate in here somewhere.
Okay, the next item that we have is the cleaning proposal for the Main Boulevard brick wall. Let's make another one. Do you guys wanna
That's yours, not mine.
Wait,
talk?
wait.
Anybody?
I had seen the proposals
Yeah, those are,
for two of the large ones. I saw the McDonald's one for 26,600.
there was only two, and then we said that they went to.
And I saw the Viking proposal. They didn't have a total on it, but I did a I did
52,000.
677.
Right.
That's huge.
It's huge.
And then, no limits, of course, you're not gonna do any pointing, that's just a straight pressure
Just
wash, and
pressure
that's
washing.
all. So the thing is, I think we're gonna need the pointing, you know, and the repair work to be done. I cannot see myself approving $53,000 worth of stuff. And
Well, and you know, when I talked to them, McDonald's, Paul and I met with them out here, and they said that the light on the wall is from the water, the irrigation. There is no way that is gonna come off. It's gonna be there. They'll get the black mold, everything off, okay? Viking said that they could, but if you look in their proposal, it says they don't guarantee that it's gonna come off. So for that kind of money,
well, that was, the restoration specialist.
but we couldn't get him to come in here. Nick, he won't come out. No, no.
I wonder if you remember sort of.
I don't know. We tried to get him, to come out.
So you did try to get.
He's the one that told her to go out and take pictures
I
of
know,
it.
but
and
then
send
we
it to
took
him.
pictures, would he come out?
He's been out.
We haven't gotten that far.
Yeah, he,
Because I was advised not to
Why?
take pictures.
to me, if you want to get the business,
I
you should
know.
come out
I agree.
and do the proposal and see what you're up against, rather than go by pictures.
I know, that's
He's
actually
been out here before, I'm surprised he didn't, maybe he just didn't remember.
Maybe if
But
you
this
call
is all
him
done.
I'll do the call.
Yeah, excuse me, you want to call him?
He was out
I
there.
mean, all these things that are in the works, there's nothing that we have to do right now, none of them, but it's just
Well,
things
this
that
law
we
would
gotta
like
talk
this,
about.
this law would like this is out
Just the
there.
main walls of the garden, the accident area doesn't move.
Yes, that one has to be done, yes.
And you know what else, you know, I'm always in the details here, but if you take a look at his summary on the last page 4.
Which includes Viking.
We're talking about $53,000. Everything that he indicated, or they indicated, is clean, except for the very first item, the top point of Rockford Marine, that's 2030. And the Cypress Lakes, top pointing, exposed damaged wire, 180. What we're talking 2210 for actual pointing work out of 53,000. Okay, so 51,000 is cleaning. That's exorbitant. There's no possible way, unless they just screwed this thing up in a big way. I mean, the fact that they don't even put a color on it does not give me a whole lot of confidence.
You know what, it didn't me either, and I thought that was kind of,
You know, when you're proposing a big job like this, you don't do something halfway.
And I'm gonna say working around 20 years.
Yeah.
They've probably done this.
Oh, you're right.
And they repaired a whole tree on one of my walls, the tire, and they repaired it. And did everything.
and that was through McDonald's. That's the one we got out.
Right.
And he did, tell us that, any of the mortar that they had to do, they actually match it up so that it doesn't look like it's new repair.
And, you know, I just find this difficult to understand, because when you take a look at what they proposed for the wall repair at the villages, that was detailed, it was professional, and it's very reasonable compared to the other two. You know, but I don't want to jump ahead there, but.
I know, I have the same thing. She just sent that to me today.
Yeah.
And their proposals, are they cleaning both sides of the walls?
No, they don't go behind the wall. No.
Why wouldn't you?
it's
Because
not-
it's association's
It's
wall.
private property. They both have said they do not go behind
And that's
it.
one of the ones that I
Then they're smoking crack if they're gonna charge $53,000
Well,
to
that's the
wash
only
one
one that's
side,
charging the 50,000.
do one side?
Well, they can do the other side, like, the main entrances, they'll do both sides.
Right,
It's
those
just,
are the
it's
main
just
ones.
when it's leaning up against somebody's property on their side.
Yeah.
Problem is though, that mold and stuff's gonna just grow right back over and be right back.
But the thing is really it's the resident's responsibility for the other side of that wall.
It's not their wall.
But it's,
They have no say so in the wall, so it's not there.
They would have to get permission from every single person that backs up to the wall to go on their property. And then if the cleaning
Now,
solution
sure,
or
that's good.
anything, yes, anything that killed their sod, their plants, or anything that was in there, then they would be responsible for it.
Well,
And they
that's-
just, they don't do it.
That's part of being a
They
business
won't-
responsibility.
They won't do it, so.
Yeah, any company honestly that I've worked with never does the other side of the wall.
I did ask.
And if you know someone, let me know.
If you know.
I think you're gonna have somebody.
I'll call him tomorrow.
Let me give a,
I never got any calls.
You want Nick?
I'll call Rocky Lewis. Get the permission, because he's gonna use your water, he's gonna pay them to use the water.
Okay, so
You call me, because obviously they can't hear you.
you have his number?
Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna call next, so this is gonna be on hold too.
Sure, fine, okay. Been like that 13 years.
See, the problem I had when talking with these guys is that pressure washing doesn't do it. The
No,
white stuff is fluorescence from, either the spray from this,
Yep.
or it's leakage that goes through the brick and gives you that fluorescence. Now, Nick's process gets that off, and it stayed off for a couple of months.
all the white calcium.
All that white calcium was gone.
See, that's what, when these two couldn't guarantee that, it's like, you're only gonna get the black off, we're still gonna see all that, and it's not gonna look good.
The problem is that the brick isn't sealed on the other side, like the flower ones, it's got dirt in there, so the
Yeah.
water seeps through and then the white comes back. If they seal it, I don't think there's a guarantee that that white's not gonna come through eventually. But you gotta do both sides of the wall, and you gotta dig the flower beds out to really do it right. And I don't think we're gonna do that. But I'll call Nick and see what it's the others.
At the same time, are they filling in the gaps?
Yes,
Yeah.
two companies are doing that.
Yep. That's
And
what
they're
they
getting
call
any bricks,
breaking up.
any bricks that are falling or anything. So that's on hold.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Does anybody else have any questions regarding? Okay. Motion to approve the Valley Crest maintenance irrigation, is that the monthly
Yeah.
irrigation, correct?
All right, we have tabled this before, and so the price is, and this is the exact same thing, this is what they had given us before. It's total, the monthly inspection, $1,080, and then for the minor repairs, there's two things that is included in this total price of $1,600. He had just resent this to me, but the monthly inspection includes the irrigation inspection of the entire system, straightening out of any heads, minor nozzle clean out, clearing grass from the heads, which is cutting it away, providing written report of what they saw, okay? Now, the minor, that is just the inspection, okay? That's all they do is go through, see what's wrong, what needs to be addressed. Now, the monthly irrigation minor repairs includes the repair of all irrigation parts outside the valve. Can you understand that? Right. Does not include the valve. So any of the valves that are in the boxes, that does not include valve repair if they need to be replaced. It is from the head, lateral line to the box. And that's what it includes. To the end of the lateral lines. This includes heads, nozzles, replacement, clock, electrical work, clock, well work, or mainline work. So that is important. Define what is defined. We've got a lot of heads coming down right now because nobody's done inspections, nobody's done work. So we have to do something. So I would prefer to have someone else do it, but they're the landscape, they're out here all the time. I say we need to give them a shot so that we can see, because our irrigation system is not being maintained right now. So we have to do something.
I agree, it was the same amount.
This is the exact same thing, you guys can look at it. I just reprinted it out.
That was their original quote.
See, when they did the original bid for the property, this was the price just for the inspection was the $1,600. Well, then when we had them not doing it, they decreased the monthly amount we pay them by $1,600. Well, now I have met with them, and now they're agreeing to do these minor repairs every month. And some months we may have $500 worth of head replacement, lateral line replacement, and so forth. And some months we may not.
But that would be included in this.
Yes, that's all, that's in there. Now, if you have a mainline break, which we have one right down in the island down here, they're gonna have to give us a price on. That would not include that. Any valves, any clocks, anything that troubleshooting, like wiring, anything like that, that we had to have, done now. So this is just maintenance, this is minor repairs, head replacements, and when they charge for head replacements and everything, it's usually at least $40 an hour to do the heads, plus the cost of the heads. So if you kind of figure that out, they said they figured it would be, I think he told me like eight hours to go over the entire property, and you figure 8 hours times $40 an hour for one person. So. That's it.
I mean, we'll get that as a budget.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So I say we need to do it.
We gotta do something, we can
Let's get something.
Let's pull it through.
You just
Can I
can't.
ask a question?
Yeah.
Did anybody contact the two companies I gave you the information a couple of months ago?
Rebecca?
Yes, we did.
And did they submit a proposal?
Not to my knowledge.
I would like to make a motion to approve the rest of
The reason I'm asking is they were making a motion to approve only with one bid.
We've had bids in the past, with other companies and so forth, and this, I had one from A&H, and they're about $1,800 a month. So this is actually cheaper.
Or they just didn't want to talk.
The ones that you know that were not even in state.
The one was not even in
Well, the one wasn't in state, and the other one, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I had a bad rating on her.
No,
She got her and looked.
She's an egg, she's
Then
an
I
egg,
had-
she just couldn't.
From Vanessa gave me one, A&H sprinklers,
That's
and
all.
they came out and did it, and their price is, it's over $80.
Was that just for maintenance?
That is maintenance, that's not
Maintenance
replacement. No, this right here is a good price for us.
Well, here's how I look at it, we gotta do something, so
Yeah,
if
we
we
do.
do this now, it
Right.
doesn't mean that we're gonna be with them
No,
forever and ever
no.
again. If
We
can
need
find
somebody
something.
now to get these heads untied, we need to make sure that they're being maintained.
Yeah.
And replaced.
So if something, if
Every month.
it ends up that we don't think they're doing it right or something, we can just, there's a 30-day or 90 day.
No, because that's separate from.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
I don't see
so we're not locked
No.
into it or anything.
We're not locked in.
And the problem that I had when I called a few of them is they just don't come out, they don't buy back.
Yeah.
They just not interested.
No, they're not.
Well, they're charged for a proposal.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
Or they'll charge you good, yeah.
I couldn't get them to call me back.
So,
other than
and they're
on-
here,
Yeah.
and their guys are here, and, if there is a broken head or something, if it's in between their
Mhm.
inspection times, the crew can replace the head. So it's not like it can't be done, or they would be out by the next day.
Well, as long as your price isn't higher than
It's-
anyone
no.
else, and they are here, and they can can do.
We are getting more with this than we got, because this was their price just to do
Just for
the
the
inspection. It wasn't including the replacement heads or lines, okay? So,
And like Jeff said, it's baked into that.
yeah.
It's baked into the budget. One thing that this does not include is, it includes the repair of all irrigation parts outside the valve. It doesn't include the valve.
No, it doesn't.
And it does not include troubleshooting valve replacement, clock electrical work, pump roller, or mainline.
Right.
So if we see incidences of, a lot of extra valves needing to be replaced and troubleshooting for them, maybe we let them do it once or twice.
Yeah.
But it's an ongoing thing.
And we can
Like we
repeat
had
it,
with
yeah.
wave runners constantly, every single month.
Right.
And if
Well,
we-
and most of the time, these guys, they do a little bit more work than what is, they're willing to do.
The way I look at it, and I keep on harping on it, is that we contracted with Larry Evans to identify all this stuff,
Well, he
number
did.
one, and then number two, to fix it. And we
Yes.
spent a lot of money doing it, so we shouldn't have a whole lot of stuff.
But you understand, irrigation is just like that pool out there. It's constant. You can have everything fixed and working, and then next week you'll have main line.
Larry didn't replace all the heads.
No.
So you still got heads out there that are 11, 12 years old.
Well, the mobile wear and tear of the heads is included in that.
Plus, we got hit by that lightning that blew that clock out. Plus, it sent the electrical current through. We've had to replace 2 of the clocks. So, I mean, that is, you can't hold somebody to replacing everything when everything's working when they
So
leave.
make a motion?
Then I made a motion.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
And I just think that on a go-forward basis, we just have to monitor this, and just make sure that, we don't have a lot of valves being replaced and all this troubleshooting regarding
And
valves.
also you see they're getting their money,
But I will tell you, there is a leak in the island, and we're going to have to see what it is, because the whole island was not wiring, the whole island. And it's coming up, but it's
It's
right.
gonna make a hole when
Yeah,
it's
you're right.
gonna fall in.
Now, this is gonna take place, like, for the month of December going forward,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
We got it.
yeah, we're under budget in a big way, so we should have a contract pretty soon.
okay, the next item we have is the main wall of the boulevard at the villages. I received 3 proposals for the repair. I did get a check already from the insurance company for the highest, at the time I only had 2 proposals, so I sent them the highest bid that we had on file, which is over $4,800. It took a little while because the highway patrol officer that came out here didn't include the wall in the report.
Oh, geez.
So he only estimated the Duke wall, yeah, I'm like, did you not see the wall? Because that's what he ran into.
Yeah.
He had only Duke Energy for their box and something else, and when I called their insurance, they're like, well, no, it doesn't have anything about brick wall. Do you have a picture showing the car?
The car,
And
yeah.
I said, no, I don't have an actual picture. I mean, so I had to call the Florida Highway Department. I spoke to the officer, and he just put it out there. And that's all he was able to put. He didn't put the landscape, and he did not put the doggy station. So just that way.
Well, the doggy station plus we have the trash can. It was just totally mangled. Those are not cheap.
no, there's not cheap.
They are not cheap.
Dog station.
Yeah. And in the pictures, I can show that to the insurance company.
Yeah.
Because in the pictures that I had, only showed the actual wall, the boxes from the utilities.
Is he a resident?
I'm not sure, he's not the owner, the person that was driving, but the lady. I'm not sure what relationship that there is, but. So.
Well,
So.
my recommendation on this deal is that take a look at all 3 proposals, okay? I'm surprised that exclusive came in exactly at the amount of the insurance check.
No, that's what I just said. I sent that proposal to the insurance company. Which was the highest.
Oh, and they just felt that was, okay.
Yes, they didn't even send anybody out. They just basically, once I gave them the report from the police officer that he revised it, they just went with the bid that I gave them. And
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I mean, based upon looking at all 3 of them and stuff, I prefer to go with Viking, Go with Viking, then you get the doggy station.
Yeah, that's the
repaired,
reason.
And landscape damage too. I mean, if we do all of that, that'll be,
You're on the,
Yeah, we'll still be under, we'll be at 3,400, we'll still have about 1,400 that we could use for other stuff. So,
In trash can.
yeah, and that's,
Get those in.
so.
What is Viking's track record for doing masonry?
I've never worked with them. Have you worked with them?
No.
I mean, looking at the scope of work, of masonry work, I mean, it's pretty extensive, although they do have some exclusions there. Installations for flashings, I don't know how much impact they're going to really need. Brick sealers, stuff over paint. I'm guessing if any sealer was on it, if it's been washed off already, we're going to be revisiting that with the pressure washing down the road anyway. And there's no sign, well, the lettering, oh, yeah, we'd have to consider, with the letter change for the villages, the word, the
No,
old
it's not.
stuff.
No, it's not.
Well, I don't think it was that long.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
It was over more, like
Yes.
where the entrance walls are still intact.
Okay. Well, I mean, they provide more detail than McDonald's did, you know, as to what they're going to do in the detail, the type of cement and everything else. Then we take a look at exclusive. You know, we have a lot of detail there, but we're talking about salvaging a lot of work.
Which if it's not damaged, they all of them will use the brick. So that it doesn't have a big difference in the,
Yeah.
exclusive seems to be higher than everything. And maybe that's because they're in GC, yeah.
I'm sure, yeah.
I don't know. From everything I can see in my analysis, I go with Viking.
They did spell it out.
29, 43, then get the other two items done, plus the trash can. We'll still be under 4K.
I don't know, but just to be clear, I already had to put goals when I sent it in because I was feeling a little bad when I got the insurance check and I was like, oh,
I know, that's what I was like,
well, I just sent them whatever, I only had 2 proposals and I sent them the highest one, which is only a $100 difference.
Yeah. That's what I'm a little concerned with the difference in the price. Because
From the insurance company's perspective, you know, 5K is like, you know, it's a drop in the bucket. You know, it's, you know,
I don't know, I'm just letting you guys know. I just thought, yeah.
well, with McDonald's, they're like right up there 47.
If they didn't even sense I have to look at it.
Demolish the damage barrier.
Sorry?
They didn't even sense I have to look at it.
I don't think so, I mean, as soon as I sent her the police report, revised with the information on there.
Keep very clean, whole, and debris, okay. And then Viking, design plan, horizontal, or same.
So what's the name coming to Viking what?
Masonry.
You have an address?
Got a PO box. 470-631 Celebration, Florida. The only difference I can see is McDonald's is going to go through and carve out the bricks that are on the ground to reclaim them. That's what
Yeah, he's gonna, they had talked about that because they said it would match better. They go through, they put them through like a cleaning thing, and then they reuse the bricks that are available.
And I don't see that in Viking. I think they're just gonna bring out new brick. So what you're gonna see is the old stuff and then all of a
It's a
sudden,
different color.
God knows what color. Now, if nobody cares about that, that's the only difference that I can really see.
I don't see those, I don't know if there's none on there because they just put that signage or line letter.
Exclusive is gonna do the same thing, saving as many bricks as possible. Install bricks to and existing walls. I don't see that on the
order application for brick installation. I don't know what they say, what was it, gray area, and that's existing?
That's just the mortar.
Just more,
itself, yeah.
okay.
It's just permanent grade, it's just the order in it.
The 92, they're saying demo or remove damaged brick area, they're not saying remove all bricks.
No, this is demolish, and so does, McDonald's say demolish damaged area, recycle bricks to blend with new bricks.
The other two may be higher because they're going through this recycling process.
Well, I don't know, because that's what, Viking says too.
Where does he say he's gonna recycle? Maybe I missed it.
Well, you can come out and say, oh, you know what, if we don't feel comfortable going biking, then, maybe we just gotta ask the question, all right, so what do you do with the existing bricks that are still usable? Are you gonna recycle them and use them in the application, or are you gonna just use all new? Maybe we should just ask that question, and we'll know for sure. And we could actually ask them to modify the proposal to include that language. That's gonna make us.
I can't imagine that they're not gonna use them, even though, like I said, it doesn't say it, so.
They're an A+ business on the Better Business Bureau, been on since '99.
But Viking, yeah, okay. Well,
No, look, I mean,
If that's what we could do is just approve Viking contingent upon if they're gonna recycle bricks.
recycle bricks. And see how, and if they're not, how would they measure them,
Yeah.
brand new, Because
okay,
No, I mean, that's the same McDonald's work.
I have personally worked for them for a year.
have you ever worked with,
No.
so they're just on your list, you know?
No, it didn't.
I got it from Live Oak.
Oh.
Drew gave me, so Drew, we were talking about it, he had been here and he saw it or something, he said. So he had good luck with her, yeah, he
With
said they're fine. He said they have them come out and they clean their walls, they don't have brick walls, but they have them, they have them clean the walls and stuff and stuff on it, yeah.
So they didn't do any repair, just cleaning stuff.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little reluctant with that.
Yeah.
And Vanessa's had good luck with McDonald's, even though it's more, they may not be going to include certain things in here, So it says the base bid price, all right, now look at those, because you know how things can be added on later when it's done, so you need to pay attention to that. Any additional work requested by the property manager after project start requires a revised written proposal signed by the parties, additional work approved pricing. So what if this is not all the work?
You mean not a different Viking?
Yeah, I mean, because of the price, that's what I'm looking at. How could they be so much different? And they did the price. Yeah, with that little disclaimer, it was like.
it actually physically came out.
Yeah, they came to the property,
Okay,
yeah.
well, you know what, I'm not so concerned about that. But it seems like we're all kind of concerned about whether or not they're going to
It's hard because you have to.
recycle the existing bricks.
Yeah. We're not gonna use.
Can we just call them up? I mean, Vanessa, would you want to call them up? And if so, if they could just include a little line in the
It says
proposal.
recycle,
Yeah,
recycle.
and if it includes that language,
Yeah.
I feel comfortable going,
Okay,
you
okay.
know, especially upon recommendations of drills or others.
Well, yeah, I didn't realize it's through there. Yeah.
Entertain a motion?
Well, I'll make a motion that we choose Viking contingent upon their ability to use or recycle existing bricks. And if so, include a line item in the masonry scope to indicate that.
I'll just know it's here for the board.
That may
and then
adjust the
sign it.
price if that's the case.
Yeah. And if there's a price adjustment, include that.
Okay. Who seconds it?
I'll second.
All in favor? Opposed? You guys have any questions regarding the wall?
I would just recommend you ask for the price adjustment up front downward, since they're not going to be using new material. Because if you don't ask, they may not tell. They'll just say, well, it'll be this much.
What was that?
I didn't understand it.
I'm sorry, you just ask for the price adjustment while you're asking for them to review
Oh, we're not
that
signing
contract
anything now,
language.
so that was, they made a motion contingent that they put this information in the contract.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next item that we have is motion to approve and repair the drains and pavers on the building. There's 2 proposals received, one from Exclusive and one from One Stop.
And I just got this one.
Yeah,
Because
there's-
this one, one second. In order to speed this process up, I called Jim Kimmy. He's no longer with
Oh,
us.
he's
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he said, I'll call you back as a courtesy call, that, and I said, well,
That's why, maybe that's why you didn't call me back.
he said, I'm no longer One Stop. And I said, well, thank you for calling me back. I said, I didn't realize that, so,
Yeah, I was told this week that he was in.
yeah. Because I want to get this before tonight, and so I look at it, but tonight's fine. And he told me that, it should be about, the drains are about $20 per linear foot. So, that made Exclusive seem pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, so it's given us, yeah, they're pretty high. Total, I put it in the new spreadsheet, if you look in your packet.
Okay, there's supposedly 123 linear square feet, which would be 2460.
The total was 1,835, and Exclusive came back at 3,750.
Right.
And One Stop is at 2680.
Where's that?
But where do you see 2680?
Oh, that's the thing. There's only 2 proposals, one's here.
They're,
Okay, so who else submitted besides
It's
Exclusive?
Exclusive and One Stop.
One Stop. It looks like an email, because we just got this tonight.
It's usually the last tab.
Yeah, well, it should be in your, mine was in order.
Yeah, it was all in order.
Case, oh, you're bringing in the paper revision?
Yeah. Well, it's just at 123 feet. They're close.
One thing that we need to put on the end of that drain is a pipe going through and out towards the lake, because that's part of the problem. What happens is the water sits in that drain.
Right.
So now you gotta have a spot to go out, through those bushes and down towards that lake.
Pipe going through, what, the fence?
It's gotta go through the bush area where the trees are, and you keep going through the fence and then pop out
Okay.
on the yard, so anything that comes in goes out.
Okay.
That's why we have such a buildup in mold and mildew on the end. So that would be an extra cost added to it.
Yeah, but you look at Exclusive.
No, yeah, Exclusive is very high, no.
$3,700?
Yes.
Yeah. it's-
And One Stop is only 1,835.
Yeah. So this one, during they were repairing, and this is Exclusive. That's probably that one.
It's behind that, it should be behind that.
Because we got so much.
Well, the total is, yeah, 1,460.
Right. That's one part.
I even did color coordinator.
We'll make sure everything looks really nice out there for you.
Not One Stop. No,
Yeah.
One Stop.
Lydia is the person that I've been speaking to.
Okay.
Well, I can call, you can call
We interrupt what you're watching.
The, with Exclusive, they say paper drain 120. 3 feet where one stop says 120. That's all. I know, but I mean, what is, are they going to figure out more, replace, or what's the difference if they're doing the same?
I think they're just rounding.
I think they're just rounding up.
They probably did paces.
I'm sure that it'll be another thing, if not, it'll be
What we need to add to this though is that pipe.
Right, I got that.
Okay, so we need to get that.
No, I just talked to Jim.
Let me get on that.
I mean, Jim, so I ain't moving this.
I always know on her.
Yeah, just contact her because,
And then we need, I know they just did this, but we're, getting a nice invoice for it,
Yeah,
which I know they can do.
Yes, but the problem is I needed it right away for the meeting. She was
Yeah.
going to send it to me, because they
so
were
I
all
was thinking, oh my God, it's just an email.
No, they were all for yesterday. They both got it, and I told her she would send it to me today before 3 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, if you'll get, of course, our
Yeah.
approval and then include that pipe. Can we go ahead and?
Yeah.
Okay, now does the 375, that's buried in the 1460 or that's?
No, that's separate, that's gonna be 18.
Okay, no, we want to do that
The papers,
375
yes,
or
we have to
something
do
there?
it.
Yes, you have to do, yeah, because they're actually a trip.
It's still way under 3750.
And I trust my stock to do it right.
Well, they do this all the time, so.
I feel comfortable making a motion that we go with one stop contingent upon them providing a nice proposal there. So the total of 1835 on it.
And the pipe in the end.
And they always,
Is that pipe on the end? Is that right?
it's not on here.
Yeah, it's not on here. Yeah, what happens is, if we get a lot of rain, that whole drain fills up, and it starts to overflow on the patio.
Okay.
And then when it starts to subside, we get a lot of standing water at that end of the patio, because it can't drain out. So if we put a pipe in there, now the water's got someplace to go, and we won't have that sitting water and all that mold going on.
So we want a proposal for everything that's on here plus a pipe.
Yeah.
Is it French drain or?
No, it's a pipe. We want a pipe.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr.
And we don't have any idea how much that's gonna cost, but $100 more.
How much a pipe is it?
Well, the pipe itself is, $25.
It's gonna be more than it's like, they gotta buy some market up, but it is gonna still
If they had a trench
come
through
close
there.
to exclusives, Even if it goes up to 2,
There's still value in our stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so I think.
And I trust them, we know them, and I see them every 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
I'm sorry, just a second?
I'll sign.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Do you guys want to talk about the pavers and the drains of the pool?
One thing I was just wondering, could we talk about the roof repair? I think we got all the information on that.
Yeah, is it not?
We're parking some.
Oh, is it not in here?
It's not on the agenda.
It's not on the agenda. You can have a discussion
It's
about
not
it.
on the agenda.
What do we have? Maybe just a disclosure.
It's a small, when I saw it, it's a small.
It's a small,
It's
it's
a small
small.
Yeah.
I've got it, here, I've got it.
It's in your package.
Oh, it's in the packet, I thought you said it wasn't in the packet. Sorry.
All the reports, all the tracking was there. After the tracking report, you'll see all the proposals that are additional. Because before, after the orange tab.
After
The
the
one
workshop.
report, yes. After the orange tab, you continue to go.
After the orange.
No limits here.
It's just an email.
And then there's a one part.
Okay, I've got no limit. And one stop.
Done.
Protected or security zone.
It's the last 2 pages.
Oh, okay.
Is that it?
That's one of them.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Basically, what it was, Winter Park proposed to repair the wheels for $600. Replace the shingles on the lane, replace any riding wood, pick that. And then, this other company had a exclusive, well, this is exclusive. They just said that there's, the roof was looked over, my roof couldn't pinpoint the leak. I saw some rusty nails, didn't see any of the leak. Talk about applying wool, I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
But some adhesive or sealer or something. Yeah,
I wasn't thrilled with these people, exclusive.
yeah, well. No, you say exclusive, this isn't the same exclusive company.
It
Oh,
is, because he's a GC, so he can.
All right. Well, I don't know.
I'd rather go with Winter Park Roofing, I know they're a little bit more,
Yeah.
but these people, his roofer, I didn't like his attitude or his comment.
Oh, okay.
So, and he couldn't even see anything that was wrong, I had to come down here, you called me, or Omar called me. Omar called me and said, Paulette, he didn't see anything, and I was calling, came right down here, and I showed him, I'm thinking, the main guy was exclusive, said, oh yeah, I see, you've got a problem here, his roofer couldn't even see it, so. I'm less than thrilled.
Is the drywall damaged on the,
Judy was saying it dips out.
It just, as a bubble shape, you try to paint it, it's soft.
And another place that if they come out and they do this repair, I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but around outside the bathroom there, the ceiling is very soft and it's barely holding the gradient. So we're gonna have to be looking at that too.
That sheet rock you want me to get?
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's, maybe if he fixes the roof, stops the leak.
Right, we need
And then
something.
takes a look at that drywall there, this
Right.
drywall here, this other.
Yeah.
How exclusive to that?
This.
Let Winter Park see if they do it because they're less than exclusive anyway, but,
I don't think you sheet rock maybe.
they may or may not. If they don't, then
If
we
they
have
don't.
to.
If we don't, we'll find out, but I prefer Winter Park.
If you go around there and look, we told me the other day when they were out there and she was doing it, and she said that whole thing, she said it's soft. And we don't want that falling out.
Well, he was supposed to look at that too. Yeah, he originally did that too. I don't know. Neither one of them looked at it.
There's so much to get done, and if they just get down here, and then even if you go around with them, they still don't give you.
Well, I mean, for the short run, we gotta get to.
We get the road.
So I'm gonna get this, let's get this
I
guy.
think most that we absorb their parking or split slightly more to do the repair. And I would also ask that they provide an estimate to do the sheet rock repair, to replace that soft section of the road. If they can't do it, then they can get a recommendation, you know, someone they would feel comfortable with. To do that work.
So we need a motion to, definitely a motion, okay, just gonna second. All in favor? Opposed? Is there anything else we want to discuss?
I saw something that you about the painting of the patio out there. I don't know where it is. I think somebody is, I haven't heard.
It's right here, isn't it?
Yes, put them on the agenda. Yeah, yeah.
I asked you what you wanted on the agenda.
Yeah. I guess the only other thing that had came up for discussion, not vote or anything, was, I think Jeff was asking about benches at the playground. Put in there, so be thinking about this, we need to get some estimates probably, to see if we can get some.
I've got some pictures from Jeff, about, it's rusty, there's a lot of bolts, and we've got some estimates from Game Time, but I don't think that's included. So I
That
have.
is for,
No,
that's
that's
for
what
the
they
entire.
No, not just 28,000, there's one for like, no, there's two from Game Time.
Okay, that one is to replace the one that was hanging up, there was pieces missing off of it.
Right.
And it was over $3,000.
But I wonder if one stop can also, because they did the mushroom, can't we get a quote from them on the playground and sandblasting it?
They won't.
Oh, they
I
won't?
already called them. They won't do sandblasting.
Oh, they did they did some kind of blasting on the mushroom.
I know I asked them when I talked to the Lydia lady. she
That was,
said,
that was a different thing.
yeah, they think.
Oh,
they might have stopped on.
Yeah. They did not go through one.
Now, one stop now for mushroom, we went through two different vendors.
Was that classic or not?
That was through Mass.
Yeah, but
So would they do our playground?
In one of them that was out here said something about that they could do that.
Because
The painting,
We
I
did ask her that,
Yes.
Sue. We did
Yes.
ask Sue.
And I think she said that they could do it. So,
So it's rusty, it looks, oh, I got pictures.
yeah.
Did we all get that, or
And
did
we were looking to see,
I think it's, yeah, yeah.
did the whole board, did you send to the whole board the playground?
Yeah, so
Oh, okay,
it's-
everyone got it.
yeah, we got that. It's
So-
a matter of, you know.
And it's neat, everything needs so much, but, if we can do it.
Yeah, do you want to get me a couple of quotes on,
Classic Marsite maybe.
on sandblasting it and painting it and fixing any of the bolts and stuff, because. the-
Southern sandblasting.
Yes. that
Southern
was it.
sandblasting.
Yes.
Sorry?
Southern sandblasting.
We're talking about the pendulum?
Uh-huh. Jeff was on it up there.
And Southern has got the contact for the paint.
Okay.
And we asked Sue about painting that playground. So I actually went out and she looked at it with her, saying, what would it take to get a paint that's gonna stick to this thing? And she said she'd look at it, but she never got back with
And
it.
Sue is from where?
Sue from,
Southern.
Southern Sandwest.
So they do painting as well?
Yeah.
Is that the only one you know we can?
That's the only one we can do.
We need more, we need more than bids, if you get another one.
The only other one I could suggest offhand would be Grady.
Brady.
Would he be able to send that?
He said something about it at one time, I don't know if he can sing one, so, and it would have to be for the paint here probably. Because part of it is off, it's all faded. It's either to get a quote on refurbishing it or replace it.
Well, replacing it,
One
for
for
$28,000 is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. So.
Vanessa, you have a list of vendors that do this on a regular basis, don't you? I mean,
Vanessa
it's deal with management.
Yeah, I haven't personally done, but other managers have.
Yeah, I was gonna say, get 5 quotes, that should give you.
We can get money out of them. Yes.
Because they do it, if they're trying to think of names.
Has game time been shown the pictures? I would imagine not.
No,
I would probably suggest sending the pictures.
Mhm. Yeah, I was gonna have it right, I can send him to him, and if he wants to come out, and I'll go around with him.
Because my wife looked at it, I mean, she's a mechanical engineer, she builds stuff for rockets to go into space.
So is my husband's son-in-law, so.
Yeah, and she was concerned with it looked like some type of chemical reaction between both.
Yeah, you said that, yeah.
So,
I
she's not
was-
even sure if it can even be taken off. It might
Right.
have to be like
It'd probably have to be,
torched out.
well, how?
Yeah. So,
But yeah, I got your pictures, so I appreciate that too, that helps.
Why
I
not?
don't want to play around.
I know when I asked them for the proposal, because I was from February,
That was
a long time.
Long time.
February last year.
What?
When we were doing.
And they didn't think that we could, they thought they should replace it, and again, that's where I'm seeking that vendor.
That's the only, yeah, well, before we replace it, we'll get a whole lot more quotes.
Yeah.
well, before we adjourn and stuff, I mean, I know it's still a little bit like new business, but based on the summary that Vanessa put together, again, you may just take a look at this little word document. Hand it out.
Yeah, you do, that's what I did in mine. I got more paper, I got too much paper.
It seems like we've covered number one, we tabled that. Number two, the village's entrance, it sounds like we're gonna go, we're gonna pursue, the Viking proposal and see if they're gonna recycle the bricks, so. And if so, then, we're gonna do the proposal, we'll probably move forward with them. We talked about the clubhouse bathrooms, we need a little more work there. But number four, the clubhouse curbing and asphalt repair. It looks like we only have one proposal from exclusive at this point. I don't know if I've seen that proposal.
And I don't know anything about my
What do we?
That was something that,
Yeah.
Is that the divot that's on there? Like when you're
Yes.
exiting, it's on the left-hand side?
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, that's been needed for
A long.
2 years.
yeah, I have all asphalt that's gonna be coming out here with the.
Okay, so we're gonna get some more, at least another proposal?
Yep.
Okay.
That's to resurface all the asphalt areas?
No, there's just an area that's missing asphalt and a curbing.
It's like a divot, that's when water collects there when it rains, when you're exiting on the
It's
left-hand side.
deeper.
And then I think I know where that is.
Yeah. It's right up there, but, just as you're coming in, go around the curve.
Is it just in the paper?
It's not papers.
Oh, it's
asphalt.
asphalt.
Yeah.
small.
next year, there is on the agenda to do things from the,
Reserve.
not the reserve deal, is to redo that asphalt out there.
Well, and that's good. We're here.
If we get the estimate to do that and get this hole fixed and take care of all that stuff, then we're done.
Yeah.
And you got one quote from Exclusive?
Yeah,
And what was their quote for it?
3,300.
3,300 to fix a hole?
Well, I guess it's,
It's curbing and
Add curb.
I'm not seeing, I haven't seen that before.
Instead of,
You don't like exclusive, right?
Pardon?
Exclusive is not a vendor that is.
I didn't care for the
Very
roofing.
professional.
I didn't care for the roofing guy. He was not professional at all. The guy that came out, the contractor, was very professional. I just wasn't thrilled with his roof.
why do we keep going to somebody who's going to farm this out? Because the general contractor does not do paving. He's going to hire somebody, so why are we going to pay him to pay somebody else? Why don't we go to asphalt people?
Well, we have all asphalt coming out here right now.
Yeah, all asphalt. We're just getting.
Well,
No, I'm saying
that.
that I did road construction, my second cousin owns probably the biggest road construction company in Florida, and $3,300 to fill in a hole and put some curbing is ludicrous. We should be going to the people who are actually going to do the work first, instead of the person who's got to go hire 3 other people to do the work.
And that's what we're getting that's why we're getting.
That will save us a bunch of money in the long run.
Okay, here's the scope of what I defined here. What they proposed is to do, cut the asphalt and sod 130 linear feet, form and pour the concrete, 14 inches by 8 inches curved by 130 feet. And then also to asphalt past a large area around the perimeter of the cul-de-sac. So actually, it's not 3,350, it's 3,350 plus 850, okay? So we're talking 4,200. I feel a lot more comfortable, like Andy said, getting a specialist, you know.
No, she's what she said, she's having the asphalt company.
Yeah, but that gives us something to go on, you know, we get quotes from them and we can
So you
see
just
what
have
the
one asphalt
prices are.
company? You wanna have to get 2? The asphalt company?
I feel comfortable doing that.
I have them take a look at that parking lot to see if they think it's ready to be served. But if they're gonna come out,
We're doing people asphalt, does it make, what do you do service? They're going to tell you, it's a little money.
Larger job, you know that mistake needs to be done.
Yeah.
and it may need to be done, because if that stuff starts to break apart and shift, and then you get a trip and fall. Are we gonna repair that sidewalk out here? By that fire?
There's one in here too, I think Vanessa got one for that. Is there just one or is there more than one? It's just one so far. She just gave us all the stuff that she
Okay.
had, so that we would have it, it wasn't on the agenda, but we just, we're getting all the proposals in, so you guys have. This is the only time we get to talk, so, yeah.
Well, that's item 6. Item 6 on the list. Looks like we got a proposal from the limits for 975. So if we get maybe more proposals.
We also, I thought, oh, that is not, yeah. You're supposed to talk this.
And item 5, the clubhouse, driveway pavers and sidewalks. I guess we have a proposal from Biden for 11,000 for real estate.
Yeah, that's the cleaning and sealing of the papers. Now, the papers were just around the circle, there's a whole circle out there and all the sidewalks. While they were coming out to do the other, I figured they might as well give us an estimate for that too, which is, I don't know.
To me, that seems like a lot.
It does me too.
And I would just suggest that we get, 2 more proposals on that.
Yeah.
It just seems like 11,000 is all a lot,
It's a
a lot
lot.
of ceiling. I mean, it's this area right there.
Well, it's the whole circle and then all of the sidewalks, and that includes here, around, going toward the tennis courts and, all that. So it's a good size area.
Nick was gonna give a proposal to do that, and we'll get a sample out there. But I'll give him That's from, restoration specialist.
Where he's gonna give.
That's the one we're calling the wall.
Hopefully.
And then they do papers, they seal the papers out here and do all this stuff. It's very expensive.
Restoration maybe one other, that'd be helpful,
Yeah.
The other one, we call for the wall, they were too small, they were
Some of them have a one of those.
Then, item 7 is the patio floor maple, we're going to talk about that a little bit. Looks like we've got 2 proposals already.
That was right, yeah.
Oh,
We have 3?
Oh, no, it looks like we have one sheet exclusive for 40/50.
Yeah, but you have, I'll look at this and see how you did yours. I updated mine as of today,
Okay.
so you'll see, it's in your packet as well, the 3 prices on it.
Oh,
Okay, I have one stop and exclusive. Is there someone else?
And you also have you have no limit, it's exclusive 40/50, no limit 1,800, one stop 2680.
oh, okay.
That's the first page of your tracking.
I'll put the thing in here.
It has to be in there.
I saw mine.
Okay, I see the one stop for 2680.
Yeah, I've got one, I see one stop, and I see,
There's got to be one for no limit for 1,800.
It's the orange tab. You're looking at that.
exclusive, no exclusive.
No limit and one stop.
Okay.
And if you see, the reason why is that in exclusive price is put, and of course the back page. Hold that work. So when they were out here, they just put it all together into it.
Oh, that's right. That was that. addition,
That was
right?
in that was right.
Yeah.
And it was 40.
40/50.
40/50.
Yeah, here it is.
There.
So,
Keep all of these proposals.
Yes.
Put the need on
So
the dog so she don't have to copy them again. Yeah. We need a binder for all this.
Yeah, we do.
But we've been trying to get proposals for all these things for a while now, and they're just all coming in at once, so. All right.
well,
And that in his, you have to look at the one that I
Oh,
I
the one
updated
that- oh,
I updated this up
yeah.
today.
It's the orange to call it like a.
Your patio floor paint.
It's in your packet. Yeah, it's in your
Okay,
packet.
the one difference that I find is that exclusive says 2,700 square feet. No limit says 2,595 square feet. So they're pretty close, they're within 105 square feet. But then one stop says 2,150 square feet. So that's a lot less. Yeah.
If they were coming all the way around the bathrooms too, because they're just doing it out here and then.
Yeah.
They need to do.
Because, I mean, one stop says the deck under the civilian pool side. Exclusive says covered patio area, or area around the back and side of the clubhouse.
Okay.
And then, no limit says, back patio of the clubhouse. I guess they're talking about,
Pressure washing paint, coat, acrylic, covered, it doesn't cover. Yeah.
Chimneys up a little bit.
Well, now that we have them, now we have all the proposals.
Yeah, we need to make sure it's the uncovered part too. I mean, it's the whole, it's.
Well, they showed, like when Exclusive was out here, remember when he walked around, he did a Google and then he plugged it in.
I would
This
have
is
one
probably,
all right, so I guess the difference is one stop didn't propose on the entire area.
evidently.
You know, they're-
I was trying to watch this, I didn't notice the word covered, that was my difference.
Yeah, because they specifically say under the building. No limit says patio of the clubhouse. So they're saying
Well, what if I once I think we just wanted it under, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Needs to be clarified.
Yeah. Okay, you get them to clarify that, tell me the entire thing. Because the whole thing is slippery.
Yeah, we walk around the sides and the damage.
Because it was painted with, it was not painted with no skid, it was painted with regular paint. Which it should have been.
Right.
Do you know when that was painted? Was it a long time ago? When was that painted?
Last year.
Last year?
What's the stack?
They just, that's right, I guess they just didn't use the non-skid. They just put regular paint on it.
So do we feel we have enough information to choose one, or do we need more?
No, I'd rather talk with One Stop and make sure they understand it's the entire, it's not just under.
Yeah, and not just the undercover, because if you want.
Well, the other guy, I think's right, I mean, I think he understood it was the whole thing, but he could make sure.
That's quite a bit of difference.
Well, I
Just
think
One Stop
One Stop
under
just means under the cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going all the way either.
Yeah.
And actually, the kids run closer to the pool. There's not a whole lot of running room behind the fence.
They just come in and when you go to sit down, that's when they take off. Or you stop, they get into the bathroom door, that's when they slip.
Well, they also,
Yeah.
but we need the whole deck done, right, not just under the cover.
Everything is great.
Everything is,
Everything is, yeah. Well, the decking out there is not there. You're not talking about all the pool, right?
No, not the.
It's just, it is
No, not-
just the patio here
Yeah.
undercover and out there, anything that's bright,
Right.
to the fence.
Yes.
Right,
It's
Fence and around,
undercover to the fence.
and around the corner.
Right, and around to
Right.
that at the same time.
because kids don't walk.
No, maybe not.
all right. Well, so we need more
Yeah.
information from your side. We need
Yes.
some clarity from the one side. And then we already covered number
8 and 9 are covered.
8 and 9. And then, so item 10, clubhouse and top lot, we need more information on that.
Yeah.
Sandblasting painting. And then number 10, we need some more information on, from protective services. You guys can provide both.
No, if you look at your proposal, there is a proposal.
What's in here? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, here it is. Okay. 84 page seven.
But they were saying getting the electricity out so it is,
Yeah, that's gonna be an issue, 'cause there's no electricity out there. But they can connect, he was telling me that he can connect one of the light posts. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. But that would actually be a separate part.
So, yeah, they're talking about doing all conduit and stuff like that. But then they say that the second to last paragraph, let's go with how it be installed by others. I would guess it's 2 be installed, 2 by installed.
yeah, let's get to the.
So that means, get electricity and stuff too, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, we could, right. And there again, this doesn't have to be done, it's just.
No, I just, you asked for it.
Right,
Right,
just
right.
curious as to what it would cost. It would be nice to have a key card out there, but, because
Well, yeah.
for
it is.
residents only, but.
Yeah.
Whose budget this time was?
No.
I think it's budget, maybe 3,000, 4,000, maybe.
Seems like it, yeah.
It's fine. Maybe fine, but that's
I've never heard anybody complaining they can't get on the things.
No, it was because of so many other people using.
That's what I mean, though. I've never, no one's come to me and said, there's so many people using it that don't live here. I can't get on. I've never.
Oh, they probably don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what I do too.
Can I ask my one question? or-
Yeah, do you have anything else?
Okay, there was something that's going on with one of the homeowners. They had a for sale sign in front of their house, and I know there was some issues with that. And I was just wondering, had any of the board members called Orange County in regard to that for sale sign?
It's in their yard? Is it in their yard?
Yeah, no, Linda, you didn't call Orange County? about-
If it's in their yard, no.
No, but there was one, it had been moved around and there was some issues with it. Did you guys call Orange County about that?
I'll tell you what, I called code enforcement because you're not allowed, and this is what I was told, you're not allowed to put any kind of sign on any kind of easement of Orange County, any kind of Orange County property on the roadways unless you have a permit, and they come and get them. Not us, they come.
Who's been taking the ones on the boulevard?
You already know that because the
Okay,
courthouse
but a
said-
lot of people don't. Because they're committing a violation of Florida state statute by taking the,
No,
Linda.
she said, the
Linda,
code enforcement said, it is not, this is called code enforcement to have them pick it up. It is not an arrest violation, it is nothing like that.
Okay,
They've always done it here.
Here, let me do this because I've got the call. Let's play the call. Because you also, Linda, you skewed it away because is it arrestable offense? And she said, well, that's not my area that I should be quoting on. I'm telling you as a police officer, misdemeanor theft is depriving someone the value of their property. We don't have the right, if they left a bicycle up there, to go remove a bicycle. That's stealing. Just like their $4 sign, the clubhouse staff taking it is stealing their property. They're depriving them the value of the use, or whomever's taking them and throwing them in the trash can up here.
Danny, I asked Ricardo, I was talking about, Ricardo is the one who got the sign, and I said.
There's other people getting the signs as well.
Okay, well, I don't know, I said, who told you to do that? He said, Mary Ann told me when she was here. Because he said, I was told to do that, and I said, who told you to take the sign?
Ricardo, I had the same conversation because the resident wanted my phone number, so Ricardo called me. He also told him this board has told him to take the one as well.
I've never told him that.
Paulette, I'm not saying you. He was said this board and Mary Ann both told him to take
He did not tell
it.
me this board.
That's what he told me. That's what he told me. So whomever is stealing this lady's signs on Orange County property, whether she has a permit or not, that's not for the HOA to decide to take her signs.
It's code enforcement.
Okay, code enforcement's not taking them.
Code enforcement is picking them up because they were out there on 419 because she.
419, I'm talking about right up there in front of the villages, and it was also said that she leaves it out constantly. No, she doesn't. I live there, and it's not out constantly. It's sporadic when she puts it out. Yes, it goes out, and it's been quite a while,
And I know
but it's,
you're
hold on, let me
talking
finish. Let me finish, please. It's been out there sporadically. There's nobody from the HOA, if you're not a code enforcement officer or law enforcement, able to take that sign because it's a violation of Orange County ordinance. And the little way between the sidewalk and the curb is not ours. According to engineering, we have an agreement with them that allows us to maintain it.
Right.
So we cannot go out there and residents, board members' family, Tom, Dick, or Harry cannot go remove this lady's signs. You could call code enforcement and they can do it, and she could get the $4.95 permit for up to 6 permits to put them out there. But when the board is directing people to go take them, and that's not, Paulette, I'm just saying what Ricardo told me.
The board didn't, though.
That's what Ricardo said. He's
He
being
told me-
instructed
he
to.
said he did
And
not tell me
there's
that.
other people, that's what Ricardo's telling me. And then someone come in the other day, and it was before I got my deer camera put on it, and took her sign that I put out there for her, and they took it and threw it up by the rubble there by the broken wall.
Was that Ricardo that did that?
No,
'Cause
he said he didn't touch it. He said he didn't touch it. And he said he did not want to get arrested for the misdemeanor theft.
That he says he did do that, okay? I have
He
a
said
written-
what?
I have a written report, Danny, from
Did-
him about the sign that he put in the rubble, okay?
He just threw it up there?
Yeah.
Who's been taking them and throwing them in the garbage can, Linda?
Everybody, anybody that picks them up,
Who's been picking them up?
landscape people pick them up.
Landscape's not picking them up on the weekends. On the weekends.
No.
No, wait a minute, hold a second. Valley Crest does not come out here on the weekends. Your conversation, I'll be happy to play the call. I'm going to post it on the Facebook page because there's a misconception of what was said. You said Valley Crest is unable to go out there and mow around the signs. Well, here's the problem. If Valley Crest is coming on Friday night or Saturday and Sunday, they have a problem. But we all know they don't come on the weekend, so it's not an issue of whether Valley Crest is able to mow around them because the signs aren't out there when they're there.
Danny, we talked to the lady that put them out, Sandra, okay? We told her to put a time on it for if she has an open house. She's had open house probably the last 2 years, every weekend, okay?
And it's not a violation of our rules.
It's her prerogative, she does it.
But you can't tell her what time to have her open house.
Nobody's telling her when to have her open house. She puts the time on there. Now, when the open house hours are over, she goes out and get her sign.
The conversation I had with Sandra Rivera is you came to her house, and I saw you there when I was leaving, when you did, it was a Saturday night, and you told her she had to have them down by 6:30. That's out of her mouth.
No, I told her if she had 6 or 6:30 or 7 on that sign, then she needs to have the sign up when the open house is over.
Why? She can have whatever time she wants on it. You have no authority to tell her when she can move it or not.
So anybody can just put signs anywhere, everywhere in the
Somebody
community
did in
that they
Bristol,
want.
November 1st. Somebody did in Bristol. I left, came home at 8 o'clock, and it was still sitting in the island of Bristol. On the main thing.
And what we do,
I left the next morning and it was gone.
we call code enforcement, and
Now
they come
the
do
person
it.
pulled it out.
We don't
because
have
it's the
board
same
members,
thing, open hours.
board members' family, or employees stealing her stuff. It's stealing. 812-014 is the Florida State statute for theft. Look it up and see if I'm wrong. You cannot take the property that belongs to another. Orange County code enforcement or law enforcement can because it's under an ordinance. They're enforcing an ordinance. We as civilians cannot enforce an ordinance and take her stuff.
So if you here's that one, I'm sorry, it was under the channel.
I get to get out there before they moved it. I had to charge the battery on it.
That's just like when you put your trash out at the road, anybody can go through it. So,
You've discarded it.
yep. So that
Anybody go through it.
To me, that sign was discarded.
It's not discarded because it's on public
I will
property.
make a motion to.
So you're garbage.
What's
That's
that?
on your driveway though. It's-
You got a big difference between garbage, something left out for a purpose, Don, instead of a sign for sale.
Wow.
Second.
Your logic is just not very reasonable that trash is for the garbage man, a for sale sign is not for the garbage man, is it? If we leave a bicycle up on the walkway, is that discarded as well for just to be thrown away?
I'm gonna grab a bike from work and we'll set it out in the.
I'll be putting my signs out there, and I want one of you to steal my sign. See how that goes for you. It will be charged as a theft because there will be a camera on it.
Severe camera.
I'm going
The best meeting every month.